lies the road to war, because those voices don't speak for the rest of us. You and I know and do not believe that life is so dear and peace so sweet as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery. Or should Moses have told the children of Israel to live in slavery under the Pharaoh? Should Christ have refused the cross? Should the patriots at Concord Bridge have thrown down their guns and refused to fire the shot heard round the world? The martyrs of history were not fools. And our honored dead who gave their lives to stop the advance of the Nazis didn't die in vain. Where then is the road to peace? Or the simple answer after all? You and I have the courage to say to our enemies, there is a price we will not pay. There is a point beyond which they must not.
Some stuff has happened since we talked last. We both had COVID, for example. It seems that low faith in COVID and low respect for COVID does not save one from COVID.
No, it does not.
But neither does the vaccine. So, you know.
Yeah. And YouTube just slapped us down. So there we go. No, mine was, our household was COVID round 2. So we got it last year. So it was an interesting time this time. So compared to last one.
And also, since we talked, something wonderful started in the world.
Oh, yes.
The God-blessed truckers of Canada and other places. But
yes, we love the Canadian truckers.
We salute thee, Canada, oh Canada.
Yes.
May your people rise and be ever blessed.
Amen. Amen to them. And they know what they're fighting for up there, too. Video of them with the police surrounding them, telling them to move, and they're reciting the Lord's Prayer. They know what they're doing. So, and God bless them for that.
Yeah.
So politicians, even if you think the views of some people are deplorable or unacceptable, maybe try and keep that inside, because some of them have huge.
This is a rally for truckers, but it's also a rally for the 60% of Canadians who say they worry they can't afford food. It's for the 60-year-old small businessman who spent his entire adult life building up an enterprise and watching it wiped out. It's for the depressed 14-year-old who's been locked out of school. It's for the families that can't take it anymore. It's for the people who want to stand up and speak for their freedoms. It's for all those that our government and our media have insulted and left behind. It's for the people who work hard to put food on our table, to stock our shelves, and to make this country work. It's for all that is great, that attracts hundreds of thousands of people from around the world to come here. They come here not for the warm weather, but for our freedom. And that's why we are gathered here today. Freedom, not fear.
We are here in solidarity with every Canadian. Right. This is not about mandates. This is not about saving lives. This is about control. They are destroying lives. You see, we are teachers. We are truckers. We are nurses. We are Canadians.
Small fringe minority of people who are on their way to Ottawa or who are holding unacceptable views that they're expressing do not represent the views of Canadians.
Right.
It's up to me to fan the flames of freedom and liberty. Give me death or give me liberty. I'd rather die on my knees than live in tyranny.
Oh, this just gets better and better and better. Yesterday, after the Prime Minister made those very condescending remarks,
the small fringe minority of people who are on their way to Ottawa or who are holding unacceptable views.
Unacceptable. Oh my God. All across social media, Canadians are adding the word unacceptable to their usernames. It is glorious. From now on, you can just call me Unacceptable Just Incredible. That's fine. Actually, I wear that badge with pride.
I never thought that I would say this, but we need to take a cue from what is happening in Canada right now.
Yeah, I was talking to a Swedish friend, Daniel, that I know I mentioned him, that we could have him on the show. We have an American Daniel and we have a Swedish Daniel. The Swedish Daniel was attending a Bible school in the States for a year in the Rocky Mountains, and yes, he has a lot of fun memories from that. First morning they heard a dynamite go off, and it was like the Bible school teacher or someone trying to scare off the bears. It was way up in the mountains, and he had this friend that tried to hunt deer with a knife, jumping from the roof down on the deer with a knife.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's gonna work unless your name is like Sitting Bull or something.
It didn't work. This guy by the name Ryan, there's a lot of fun stories about that guy. I tell you. So, however, I was talking to this Swedish Daniel about did you hear anything about the truckers? And he was like, well, I avoid media deliberately all the time. So the only thing I know is that there is some kind of protest, and also that Trudeau is challenged by the easiest tasks in life, or mentally like mentally exhausted or challenged by the easiest tasks in life. So I think it feels like he got the main of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's pretty well all that you need to know is that they're having to try and redress their grievances, and Trudeau is running and hiding. So
yeah.
Small fringe minority.
Small fringe minority.
I'll show you a fringe minority, Trudeau. Just to give you a little more perspective on how huge this really is, the front stretch of the convoy crossed the border into Ontario, while the back stretch of the same convoy was just crossing the border into Manitoba. Oh, and coincidentally, after his remarks yesterday and, the whole country was laughing at him, he coincidentally, was supposedly exposed to, now he has to self-isolate for 5 days. Huh. Oh, the timing. Now he's gonna go run away and hide like the coward he is. He's done this before. He likes to run away to his cottage. Actually, today, trending on Twitter, #unacceptable is trending on Twitter, along with #coward-of-the-cottage. Look at this. Here's some more footage from day 5 of, the small
fringe minority.
I know this place is where I am. No other place is better than. No matter where I go, I am proud to be Canadian.
Real quick, I've heard Denmark lifted all restrictions. Norway's lifting most restrictions. Finland is lifting all restrictions. Is that correct? And where does Sweden stand?
From what I've heard, that sounds correct. Or like lifted or are about to lift or whatever. Like I know Denmark did. I don't know if Norway did yet, but they're talking. Our guy, the one that kept us like, oh, take it easy. It's the same thing now. Like, I think we could probably like level it down like Denmark.
Yeah.
But not yet. It's like, oh man. So the restrictions they had, because they decide for a while at the time, and that's a good thing at least.
Yeah.
And so the restrictions that we have now were supposed to go on till February 9. So then we'll see, but it's going in that direction, it seems.
Good.
But
deal.
it's like very Swedish, because that's you got to take the bad with the good, I guess. Because we were not in a hurry to go crazy over anything, and we took a long time to get.
Yes.
And the restrictions we ended up with were never like, crazy.
Yeah.
Except for I don't like vax passports. And it's not like the restaurants and whatever. It's like, big events.
Yeah.
But I hope that will go away also.
It's got to. My gosh. I mean, look at our house. I mean, I'm very grateful that we're doing better. I'm very thankful to God that we're doing better. But I mean, on the same time, I'm not vaccinated and she is, and we both ended up with it twice. And we had the same exact basically symptoms to each other, both times. We both, it treated us the same both times, and it's like, you can't say, oh, it would have been worse. It wasn't any different than me. I mean, now she never had a high fever as I did, but but we didn't have a fever at all last time. But anyway, okay, all right. Still, every now and then, I'll still get a little bit of a, like a, it's not as bad. It'll just kind of be like, I got to take a deep breath and sit for a second. But, Lord willing, get back to it.
The annals of human history, a time comes but rarely when a nation awakes to freedom, to liberty, to truth, and to a new beginning. This is such a time. You, the truckers of Canada, have brought hope back to a nation languishing in the long night of tyranny and oppression. You've made our grandmothers and our children smile and dance again. You, the truckers of Canada, have made the songs of freedom soar and sound anew, from mountain top to shining sea.
That we should keep it the same, and here's why. Because I think we don't want to, I think on especially this episode, I don't think we want copyright strike. I think we should just let it be. And I think the story will be good, because every video they're gonna knock my channel off. They've already almost given me a strike for the one, which is still weird. I don't.
What happened there? What I never, because I cut away all the true stuff in it.
Yeah.
And still you couldn't. It was something weird with the short version also.
I have to put that in the playlist. I never got around to doing it, man. So because every time it would be like, if I'm at work or something, I'd always I'll get to that, and I never do. So but I have to do that. But I better cut because it's 11:30. We'll just keep talking. So so let me get the sign off here, and then I'll cut, and then I'll work on this song, get it to you really quick, and the other stuff upload it. So okay.
Hey, it's Andrew Lawton with True North. We are on Parliament Hill in downtown Ottawa in front of Center Block for the Truckers for Freedom Convoy. It hasn't even started yet, and this place is packed. We've got trucks lining Wellington Street. We'll show those in just a moment. We've got people from all over the country here, and the message is a very simple one. It's not about violence. It's not about extremism. Well, I mean, if you watch the CBC or listen to Justin Trudeau, it is. No, it's about freedom. It's a very simple message. It's a very unifying message, and it's one that the people here are making sure is known.
And from our great white north to our teeming borders south, your roar of freedom has reverberated across our towns and our cities and has been heard around the world. Canada is cheering you on. Our American brothers and sisters are cheering you on.